Hi guys, it's Miss Jess again. Today's video we are going to be stretching together, but I thought to make it a little bit more fun, every stretch that we do, I'm going to ask you a trivia question related to gymnastics, and at the end of the 30 seconds of us holding that stretch, I'll give you the answer, and you can see how many you got right. If you want, have your family join you so that you guys can kind of compete against each other and see who can get the most right trivia questions. I think that would be a lot of fun. Or you can FaceTime your friend while we do this and do the same thing, see who gets the most trivia questions right. And all in all, I think it'll be a bit more of a fun way for us to get our stretching done today. So I hope you like it. Like I've said before, subscribe to this channel if you want to see when we post videos and be notified. And anytime you have any questions or you want to say anything, please feel free to comment below any video and we will comment back to you. So let's get started. I will tell you what stretch you're going to do. I'll ask a question at the beginning of it and then I'll tell you the answer before we switch to the next stretch. So let's start with our pike stretch with our pointed toes. Reach past those ankles. And the first trivia question is, what is the common name, so the name we normally call this trick, that is called a flick-flack? All right, so I'll let you think of the answer. Okay, so we're about halfway done, and the question was, what is the common name for the trick flick-flack? I'll give you a hint. It's in a lot of routines. It first shows up in the level 3 floor routine. All right, the answer is a back handspring. Now we're going to flex our feet and pull them back. And the next trivia question is, who won the Olympic women's all-around gold in 2016? So for the gymnastics individual all-around, who won gold? All right, the answer is Simone Biles. Now we're going to do our butterfly. Reach forward with those straight arms. And this trivia question is, what woman gymnast has 4 tricks named after her, and on what events are the tricks? So I'll repeat it in case you couldn't hear me. What woman gymnast has 4 tricks named after her, and on what events are the tricks? All right, the answer is Simone Biles again. She has 2 tumbling passes named after her on floor, 1 beam dismount, and 1 vault. Crazy. All right, now we're going to do a pretzel. So you put one leg on top of the other like this. You stack your knees on top of each other, and you're going to reach forwards. The next question is, what does it mean to do a flight on beam? So what does it mean to do a flight on beam? All right, so what does it mean to do a flight on beam? The answer is when you do a trick where at one point no part of your body is touching the beam and you go upside down. So it can't be a jump, but for example, doing a back handspring or a round off are both flights. All right, so now switch what leg's on top. Reach forward again. The next question is, what is a dismount? So what is a dismount? All right, the answer is how you get off/finish your bar routine and your beam routine. So whatever the last trick is that gets you off that event is your dismount. All right, let's do a big straddle. And we're going to go to the left. Both hands on the ground, reaching past your foot. All right, next question. How many events do women compete on? So when girls do gymnastics, how many events do they compete on? The answer is 4 events. All right, go to the other side. And now this question is, what are those events? So can you name all 4 events that women compete on? Make sure we're pointing our toes and keeping our legs straight when we do these stretches. All right, the answer is floor, vault, bars, and beam. All right, let's go down to the middle. The next question is, how many events do men compete on? So if women compete on 4, how many do men compete on? Roll your knees back. All right, the answer is 6 events. So women do 4, men do 6. So now we're going to flex our feet and reach to the middle again. And the next question is, what are the events men compete on? So how we named the girl events, now let's name the men's events, okay? All right, the answer is they compete on floor, vault, high bar, parallel bars, rings, and pommel horse. Now let's get into our lunge. Why don't you do your good leg first? So my good leg's my left leg. And the question is, when was the first ever gymnastics Olympics? So when was the first time that gymnastics was in the Olympics? What year was that? Okay, make sure we're pushing our hips down. All right, so the answer is 1896. So gymnastics was actually in the first ever Olympics, and that was in 1896. So it's been in there ever since then. Let's straighten our leg and reach. The next question is, what female gymnast got the first perfect 10 in the Olympics? So what female gymnast was the first person to ever get a perfect 10 in the Olympics? The answer is Nadia Comaneci. All right, slide out into that split. The next question is, how many times has the U.S. Women's Olympic team won team gold? So how many times has the U.S. women's team won gold at the Olympics? All right, the answer is 3 times, most recently in 2016. So you can come on out, do your other leg lunge, hips pressed down. The next question is, in 2016, how many gymnasts competed for the U.S. Women's Olympic team? How many girls were on that team? The answer is 5. Straighten your leg and reach. The next question is, how many years has Simone Biles been undefeated in the all-around? So you can tell me the first year that she became undefeated, how many years, however you'd like to answer this question, but for how long has Simone Biles been undefeated in any competition she's competed in the all-around? The answer is since 2013, so about 7 years now, she's been undefeated in any competition she's done. Okay, slide on out. The next question is, where were the 2016 Olympics? So, in what place were they held? The answer is they were held in Rio de Janeiro. All right, let's do a froggy split before we do our middle split. So go ahead and do your frog. And the next question is, how often are the Summer Olympics? So how often are they held? The answer is every 4 years. Let's just straighten our right leg now. So right leg straight, left leg bent. The next question is, what is a series on beam? So what do you have to do to be doing a series on beam? The answer is, so a series on beam is when a gymnast does 2 tricks connected together without stopping in between them. So like a back walk over back handspring, or a back handspring. Okay, now bend your right leg again, but straighten your left. The next question is, how many tenths is a gymnast deducted when they fall on an event? So if you fell on something, how many tenths would you get off? The answer is 5 tenths. So every fall is worth 5 tenths off your score. All right, now do a full middle split. We're almost done. What was the nickname for the for the 5 gymnasts who competed for the U.S. at the 2016 Olympics? So what was their nickname? The answer is, their nickname was the Final 5. That's because 2016 Olympics is the last time that gymnasts will have teams of 5. They're going to be going down to teams of 4 from now on. Okay, so our last thing is, you guys are going to do a bridge. And the final question is, what is it called when your foot is pointed next to your knee while doing a turn? All right, so get up into that bridge. Come on down. The answer is a passe. So that is it for all of our stretching. I hope this made it a little bit more fun for you. Please keep stretching at home. It's very, very important that we keep up on our flexibility as well as our conditioning. Especially though, if you were conditioning but not stretching, you're going to get less flexible faster than if you just didn't stretch. That doesn't mean don't condition. I really need you guys to still condition so we're nice and strong and able to do our tricks. But make sure we're keeping up on our flexibility as well, all right? So I'm glad to have been able to stretch with you guys. I hope to see you soon. And yeah, bye.